I've read it so many times. So it's an easy read, but it's a deep read at the same time. And I just love your drawings. I spent my whole life as a child doodling horses here.
Have you? Me too. That's what I always did.
I used to do it everywhere, but mine unfortunately haven't turned out like yours.
But does that matter? I used to volunteer teaching people to draw in a place, and a lot of them, people had it, they were in their 80s, a lot of them. And I remember saying to them, they always said, "Oh, I can't draw. And I said, well, you can, it's just you can't draw like other people." But does that matter to you? Why not just draw like only you could draw, and then try and accept that? And once they'd understood that their drawings needn't be as the same as others, they then went, they were unstoppable, these people.
Probably in these lockdowns, I should have just sat down and tried to do a lot more drawing, but I just actually immersed myself into books.
For me, I definitely didn't think, the objective was not to sell books. It was just to try to make something that a few people might like.
Happier,
Yeah, exactly.
Did it just sort of, it's just sort of happened. It happened
It combusted. It evolved.
Evolved organically in an extraordinary way.
It really did, in this barn, strangely. And I remember, because I used to put drawings up on Instagram, and I put one up where the boy said, "What's the bravest thing you've ever said?" And the horse said, "Help." And then the next drawing was the mole asking the boy what he wanted to be when he grew up, and the boy said, "Kind." And I remember just drawing those, not thinking too much about it. That's what I think is true. And I posted them, and I was really shocked by the reaction and also their comments. And I engaged with their comments and tried to have a discussion with them. And that whole year was spent making drawings and reading how people felt. And so actually the whole book is a journey of conversation with friends of mine, but also on a wider level, people I'll never meet on Instagram who said, "This made me cry. This has helped me ask for help. This made me laugh. I love the mole. I am the mole. I just can't stop eating cake," etc. So in a way, if you see the cover of the book, it should be littered with the names of the people who've helped. My name is incidental. I think it's just the journey of a lot of people. Yeah.
Well, hearing about your journey is, it's riveting, because I'm sort of naturally inquisitive. I sort of want to know how it's all happened and why it happened.
And also, I think the art of writing is not easy, and to hear authors talk about their journeys and will make the book more interesting. Making the book, that time I'll always remember as being incredibly difficult and sort of enthralling and exciting as well. It's all those things, and the idea of it becoming a book. And I wondered if anyone would buy it. Would my friends buy it? Would it
And look at it. I bet you can't actually believe how successful it is.
The strangest thing about it is, what I love is I got on the walls, I've got letters from people, mainly from schools, who've made their own books. So they drew my drawings, and they went, "That's not enough. I want to do art." So they've taken it further, and they've made, so it's catalyzed them into drawing and writing and making things. And then the hospitals that I get emails from, who have during the pandemic have printed the drawings and put them on their walls in the wards. Yes, that really makes me well up. That these things could inspire nurses to keep going and things. And that's why it moves me more than anything. Is I hear from, it's not so much how many have sold, but what it means to people.
It's done to people.